Hello, and thank you for clicking on my video. If you like the content I'm creating, please subscribe. That helps me a lot. And let's get started. So I've decided I'm going to do a series on Amazon AWS Machine Learning Certification exam. I've received a couple of requests for that. It is definitely a worthwhile certification, especially given the environment we're in today for AI buzz that's happening all over the industry. So if you have this certification, it will definitely help you in multiple ways. And the exam is not too difficult. It's not like the AWS Architect exam or anything like that. So it's and there's no coding involved. So if you know the theory, that's enough to pass the exam. All right, let's get started. The first question, you can read it for yourself, but basically what the question is asking is you're trying to run a model and it's taking too long because the data set is too large. How do you make it go quicker? That's the question. And the choice number one is you increase the batch size. Choice number two is switch to a different type of CPU and memory. Choice number three is to use elastic inference. And choice number four is distributing your training across multiple instances using SageMaker's built-in distributed training feature. I will pause for a couple of seconds for you to think about the question and for you to think about the answer on your own. And then I'll give you the answer and explain it. Okay, the answer is D. It's because, let me first tell you why the answers A, B, C are not correct. First one, increasing the batch size doesn't really help you with how long it takes. You might get a slight advantage by loading more data at a time, but not really, right? Second is by changing CPU type, it doesn't do anything for the speed. It just doesn't. You're just going to have the same amount of compute on your hand. Um, the third thing is elastic inference. It's a thing within SageMaker that lets you basically chooses the right size CPU and whatnot to help you not have to think about what kind of machine to use for your models to run. Again, it doesn't really help you much because at the end of the day, you're not parallelizing or anything like that. So it's going to take about the same amount of time, right? And the number four is really all about parallelizing. You're distributing the load across multiple machines, so the model is trained much quicker than otherwise. So that's the right answer. All right, moving on to question number two. You are working on a natural language processing project using Amazon SageMaker. By the way, SageMaker is like a catch-all tool for Amazon for doing deep learning. You have a large labeled data set for text classification. To improve the model's performance, you decide to use pre-trained NLP model and fine-tune for your needs. Which server is going to help you use a pre-trained model so you can fine-tune it within SageMaker? So this one is actually a pretty easy question because it's just asking you what tool you're going to use. So choice A, comprehend. Choice 2, Lex. Choice 3, Poly. And choice 4, translate. Now, translate is super easy to roll out because it's just going to translate from one language to another. That doesn't do anything for you in this particular case. Poly is basically text to audio, so that doesn't help you. Lex is basically to create chatbots, so that doesn't really help you. That leaves you with Amazon Comprehend. Anytime you have natural language model coming up, natural language processing model come up, just go with Amazon Comprehend. That's the tool for Amazon's natural language processing or natural language model processing. All right. Moving on to question number 3. You are designing a recommendation system for an e-commerce platform using AWS services. Basically, you're trying to recreate Amazon. You want to give your users, prompt your users for what they might want. That's the question. That's what the question is all about. And you want to do this in real time. What tool can you use? Is it SageMaker? Is it Personalize? Is it Lambda? Or is it ElastiCache? So I'll pause for a minute for you to think about the answer and come up with the answer on your own, and then I'll give you the answer. Okay, the answer is B, Amazon Personalize. So let's rule out the wrong answers. Amazon SageMaker is the broad tool. It doesn't really do this specific kind of task. It's basically almost like a platform where you can do a bunch of stuff. AWS Lambda is actually basically a cloud function. So you write a function or a code that runs, and you don't have to worry about it in containers. It's almost nothing to do with machine learning. ElastiCache is basically a solution Amazon gives you, so you can have cache, for example, in front of your database or key value store. It's more of a DevOps tool than anything else. So the answer is Amazon Personalize. Its purpose in life is to give users recommendations on what to buy. That's what this is for. All right, I hope you found this useful. If you did, please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.